Hey guys, welcome back to Prison Architect. So we finished up the campaign the last time, at least on this chapter. I think there's one more chapter to go, but I realized there was something I actually wanted to show you that I discovered, recently as of the recording of this. I'm actually recorded kind of a bit ahead, so when you're watching this, I discovered this maybe a little bit ago, but basically, there's a hidden mode to this game. Some of you may have heard of this hidden mode. Apparently it's been in the game for months and it's just remained completely hidden, and some people have found it. But there's a hidden 3D mode to Prison Architect. So you can actually see the prison in 3 dimensions. It's a little bit buggy because they said it was a test mode. But if you want to know how to see it before we move on, here's how you do it. You go out to your main menu, you go into Extras. And if you look really close down here, you'll see this little square my mouse is pointing to, and it kind of barely highlights. But yeah, if you click on that little square and give it a moment, because it takes, there we go. Oh, look at this. Holy crap. So now, look at that. Prison Architect in 3D. It's a little bit slow. A little bit buggy because, of course, it was a test, but look at this. You can actually see what your prison looks like in 3 dimensions. It's actually quite cool. Except now you start seeing like what the walls look like. All the walls actually look the same, I think. Do they? All the walls look pretty much the same. It doesn't look like they differentiated the walls that much, but man, look at that. So you can see like the lights, you can see the telephones. Even the characters are in there. Hey guys, how you doing? You showering in here? Oh, you can... It doesn't look like everything connects or rotates probably, because you can see these aren't connected. I'm pretty sure these are rotated correctly in 2D. But yeah, it was basically, it was a test, I think. What they said, it was an experimental 3D mode that they just left in the game. So, you know, you can explore the entire prison. Wow, the walls look higher than you thought they were. So not everything's in 3D, but a lot of stuff. Hey guys, how's it going in here? Just a doctor in here. Nice. So yeah, experimental 3D. And then if you need to go back, not hard, just basically go through the same process. Yeah, right down here. And there it is. Right back to the way it was. Our lovely little prison. In fact, looks like most of the... a lot of the stuff looks the same. Like, I don't think I saw a difference between concrete and brick walls. Maybe there was, and I just wasn't paying attention. Anyway, that is that. So we're going to move on to the next campaign. The last one. So here we go. Bootstraps, Chapter 5. CNDC. Today on CNDC News, a special report into the state of our prisons. It's 2 years since the infamous siege at Alchemico claimed so many lives, including that of Chief Executive Charles Wallace. Today we hear from leading experts and ask what, if anything, has changed since those tragic events. First, we go live to one of the state's longest-running prisons, recently scheduled for demolition. Live now, only on CNDC News. Oh, so there's no prisoners here at all. Slated for demolition, I guess. Wow, nice. Oh wait, this is like the first prison. Ah, this is where we started. We're back at the beginning. This was the very first campaign prison. Thanks, Sarah. The prison has housed some of the country's most notorious criminals, but now its walls are being torn down, ready to be replaced by new prison complex. If you look behind me, you can see the construction crews are already here and demolition work has begun. Joining me is the city's mayor, Calvin Heller. Thank you, Mr. Heller, for taking the time to talk to us today. It's my pleasure. In the past, you've been a strong advocate of tougher, more disciplined approach to prison management. Why demolish a facility which has defined for so long the punitive approach? Both the prison and the operation have become antiquated. We took the decision to replace it with an entirely new facility, one with more modern policy. This prison was in the news a few years ago as one of the last remaining state execution facilities. Oh yeah, there's the execution room we built. Wow, it's just as we made it too. Campaigners have long sought to revoke the death penalty laws here. Will you honor their wishes, or will you rebuild the execution facility? That's still under review, but it's not a decision we'll take lightly. Thank you, Mayor Heller. Now to you, back in the studio. This is CNDC News reporting live on the state of our prison system. After the break, we'll be joined by Dr. Walter Hurst, a specialist in prisoner psychology and rehabilitation. Wow. Hi there, Calvin. Are you just gonna call me? I'm right here, Calvin. Calvin, I'm right here. You don't have to. No, you don't have to call. Calvin, I'm right here. You don't have to. Okay, fine. Let me congratulate you on your appointment as CEO. This is an opportunity, a fresh start. Wow, they demolished everything. You'll have complete autonomy, more or less, more prisoners, higher re-offending rates, and you have a lot of challenges ahead of you. As for the death row facility, tear it down or keep it, make some use out of it. It's really up to you. Somebody else will take up the business if you won't. As for objectives, I'm giving you the same as your predecessors. I'm giving you the same as I gave to your predecessor. Profits, re-offending rates, capacity. It's entirely up to you how to achieve them. One last thing, the previous CEO, Charles Wallace, left behind a letter that he used to give out to any new prison architects who joined the firm. He had some good advice. You may find it useful to take a look. Alright. Wow. Good luck. Alright, so read the CEO's letter. Where would I find that? Okay, so is this basically bank balance at least 60,000? Okay. I mean, I could complete that already. Raise money through the grant system. Alright. Well, let's see. There's a granting and menu. Okay, where's... you need a warrant per reports. Grants, jobs, intake. Where do I read the letter? Oh, here we go. Dear Sir and Madam, congratulations on completing your basic induction. You are now a fully qualified prison architect. Soon you'll be designing and building and running your own prison, starting with nothing but an empty plot of land and a few stacks of bricks. Before you get started, I thought I might share some important lessons with you. Number 1, every prison needs a warden. He should be one of your first hires. Build him a nice office, and he'll open up a whole range of advanced facilities via bureaucracy system. Individual jail cells are expensive, especially when funds are very tight. Save money by starting with a single large holding cell, which can be shared between many prisoners at once. Get your kitchen and canteen up and running before the first prisoners show up, and be sure to hire some cooks. Nothing irritates a prisoner more than an empty stomach. Building a prison is an expensive undertaking, and you will need to become the master of raising large volumes of money through grants and contracts. You can access these grants through the report screen. Thanks. That's about everything. Good luck. The CEO, Prison Architect Corp. Alright, we've done that. So, are we actually done? No, there's a couple more cutscenes, so... Net positive cash flow. Alright, well, I guess we'll do these. Alright. I feel like I'm just starting to build my own prison. That's weird. Okay, well, alright, let's get started. So, this is where everyone's gonna come in. Alright, so how do we want to do this? Well, first we need fences. Alright, let's, gosh, there's gonna be a lot we need to do. So first we're gonna get fences in. Sounds like a plan. Alright, so let's see. Objects. Actually, it might be materials. Perimeter. Is perimeter wall? Or is it not? I need fence, right? Fences, here we go. Fences are cheap. Let's see. We'll put the fences there, and then Snoot intake, raise money through the grant system. The prison at least 100 inmates. Alright, well, we'll do this, and then if nothing really comes of this, what is that? Nothing really comes of it. Notebook page. Special designation supply point. Specify a zone, just like a room, materials, object. Workers will... This is very hard to read. Okay. Oh, there's different pages. Okay. So... Oh, we're in extras. Okay. Alright, well, we'll see. We'll continue on this, and if it turns out, we don't accomplish anything, if it looks like we're just actually building a prison, then that's what we'll do. Alright, so we need a foundation. Let's see, what kind of rooms do we get? We need to build a holding cell and offices. So, where do we want to put offices? I think I'm going to put offices. So let's work. We're gonna, intake is gonna come in there. So I think we're going to build. Actually, let's do some planning. All right. So I think these are going to be the offices. All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it's got the hallway. That's fine. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because offices have to be 5 by 5. All right. So then we'll have offices in here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just have a couple offices for now. All right. And then they'll get in through there. And then let's see. A holding cell. Put just, how big does a holding cell have to be? Holding cell needs to be 5 by 5. Okay. So we'll go back into planning. So we're gonna make it about, let's make it a 10 by 10. Oh, I didn't even realize you could actually do planning like that. Actually, I want to make it, I legit want to make it even with that. Alright. So the large jail door go here. Let's see, we'll put... let's see, we'll want a large jail door go here. There's people getting intake. Alright, and then... So we're going to have the prison block come down here. So let's see, planning. So when we eventually get the prison block... We're going to... We need to house at least 100 inmates. That shouldn't be too bad. Alright, so eventually... I think from holding cell we're gonna want... We're gonna want a hallway, so... They'll get... introduced in here, maybe? So, like, they'll get brought in here. And then we'll have, like, a fence... comes out here, and then we'll have like, so we're gonna need a shower room. So right, so then the prison's gonna come out like this. All right, so let's see, like that looks like that's big enough because you got room for the bed. Actually, is that big enough? We might go that big, because let's see, bed is 2 spaces. Yeah, alright. And these will be prison cells. And then we'll have this cut around, so we'll have some solitary in here too. So this is going to be shower space. So we'll let that break open for showers, and then... So we'll like... Actually, that fits perfectly. Oh, that fits absolutely perfectly. So we can have, you know, these little shower islands, and then maybe have extra showers here, maybe? Oh well, figure that out. So then we're gonna let this come down here. I don't know what I'm putting in here. Actually, I know what I'm putting in here. We're gonna make a solitary wing. Is that even 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? Gosh darn. I am doing this. Actually, these are too big, though. These are solitary spaces. We're gonna, like, really just cram them in here. In fact, now this doesn't even out, so we'll just do this. But in fact, we'll shrink up solitary. All right, that's gonna be solitary. So then, all right, do we want to make? I want to figure out how to do this bit. What do we do with maybe? Gosh, maybe I need to replan this. This is gonna. Oh well, this is a temporary prison. This isn't gonna be my full prison. I have done this too large. You know what? Alright, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do with this hallway. Alright, so that's gonna be... Actually, you know what? Screw that. This can be... I know what we can do. This is gonna be the canteen. So this is gonna be more of the prison right here. So then we're gonna make... Do we want to make that the canteen? Gosh. Not like that. So we'll plan these out like that. There we go. And maybe we can make this like a common space. In fact, you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. That's going to be common space. But let's not do it like that. So that's going to be like a little bit of waste of space. We might reorganize that. Again, this isn't really... I'm trying to plan it like this is my real prison, because if it turns out this part of the campaign... If the campaign might actually be over, now that I think about it. If it turns out the campaign is actually over, then I'm literally going to start this over and just start my own prison fresh, because there's certain parameters I want to set in as well. Because there's certain conditions you can set up, so... Alright, so then this is going to be like common space. So we've got that. Let's see. We're going to set up... So this might end up being the yard. No, it won't. So we're going to have offices here. So I think what I want to do is like this. So this is going to lead out into the yard. You get me? So that's not right there. So that's going to go out into the yard. This is going to extend. So then we're going to have a yard out here. So then these guys will have like a fence here. And then we'll have the yard out here. And then we'll have... Up here is going to be the canteen. This is actually very awfully done, I feel like. This is going to be the canteen. And we'll have the kitchen right there, and then we'll have like a cleaning closet right there. So that's gonna be that. So we'll have cleaning there. So basically, of course, if this isn't the campaign, like I say, if we're done with the campaign, this is basically like how you would plan out a prison. You would do all this stuff first. You can do like this planning if you want to. And then if we're going to do this, so let's go ahead and get our foundations in. We're going to build, you know what? Yeah, we're going to do brick. We're going to do brick for these, and then we're going to make concrete for the rest of it. So we're going to do concrete for these bits. So we have a holding cell now. Let's see, objects. We're going to get a staff door because we don't want anybody but staff coming in here. Going to get a double jail door for here and here because then they'll have a way in and out. Okay, they should get that door installed. And we'll get go ahead and get these couple offices done. Oh yeah, we're gonna need power. We don't have power. That's something we're gonna need. Gosh. Okay, you know what? Again, this is gonna be completely temporary if it turns out to be, so I don't need all these offices. In fact, I didn't. I just made a completely sealed in room. Oh well, that's fine. Let's take care of that. And then we'll just go ahead and make... We'll go ahead and make a room for power and water. And then we'll just go ahead and put, let's see. And since only staff are supposed to be able to get in this door, we'll put a regular door right there. Okay, so we have a holding cell. And then while they build that, we'll get power hooked up. So power will go right there. And we'll get water right there. Really, I've learned that you shouldn't put these in the same room because disasters can happen and that can cause a problem. Come on, guys. Get this built up. Am I getting it? Yeah, they're good. Beautiful. We got power. All right. So we're going to run power down into here. So now we've got that. And then we need... Oh, yeah. This water pump needs power. And then we don't need water just yet, but all right. So let's see, we need... All right, guys, you can slow it down. There we go, perfect. So we probably need to get a couple capacitors. So, because we don't want the power kicking off, that was our first lesson. Let's see, capacitor. Where are the capacitors? Is this not... Where do... Probably under utilities. Yep, there we go. That should cover that, and then we'll get rooms. We'll get, let's see, we'll get an office in here. Office. That I'm not seeing the office. Why do I never see the office? Right there. Alright, mark that as an office, and then it needs a couple items, so filing cabinet, alright. We'll get a desk. There. We'll get him a chair. And where's the filing cabinets? We'll get him a couple, you know. He's the warden. And once these guys have finished that... And then we need to mark this as a holding cell. There we go. It's got a few needs. Take care of those. Then we should be able to hire a warden. There we go. Alright, we've got a war. Now, of course you can see there's problems with this prison. Because, of course, it's not sealed in. These guys, if they get out of these cells, they can just make a bloody run for it. But as you can see, this is the basic start of a prison. Now, I need to look up what I'm going to do between this episode and the next. I'm going to look up to see if there's actually anything else of any real significance, if there's any more story, or if we've actually finished the campaign. If we finish the campaign, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically start fresh. I'm going to start my own prison. It's going to have certain parameters to it that I don't know if this has those parameters or not. And then we're actually going to start building a prison for real. I might do it anyway, because it feels like I'm just building a prison now. I feel like the last campaign is just building my own prison, and that's not quite what I want to do. Alright, so next time we'll either be finishing the campaign or working on the campaign, or we'll be starting our fresh prison on our own. So I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.